This is something that I think everyone needs to hear.
Just totally not what I expected and like kind of hit me.
There were so many takeaways from today.
What's up everybody, Philip Rosado. I'm here in St. Louis. I'm excited. Today we're going to be teaching the Reset program to the Ginger Bay Salon and Spa team. Laura, she's the owner, so I'm really excited to be here and I can't wait to share with them my first class of 2024, the Reset. Let's go! I wanted to really impact my personal team with something different. Like, I can show you how to do a bob all day long. I can show you how to do some balayage. We can do some pretty work. But how can I impact my personal team in a way that's going to help them professionally and personally? And so that's where the Reset came about. It's been really, truly an honor to be able to present in front of so many people something that was really deep and personal for me, but now it's kind of grown into where we're at today. So what I would like for you to do now is look around the room, read the quotes, and then I want you all to kind of stand near the quotes that resonate with you the most. I want you guys to kind of pair and share why those quotes are resonating with you.
The time is always right to do what's right, and that speaks to me because it's not always about what everyone else is doing around you.
When someone says you can't do something, and they actually see you doing it, to know that you can do it and to bust through those glass ceilings.
I always kind of think of Reset as kind of like yoga. It takes a lifetime to master or to practice, right? It's a practice is what I call the Reset. So it's never ending. It's always practicing and practicing. How do we get better?
The clients come in and they've got a lot of their energy and their challenges and things that they're bringing in with you. And how do you set a boundary where you're connected to that person, but you're not absorbing that part of them when they come in? So how do you manage that expectation? How do you kind of bring it back to you're here as a hairdresser? You know, I'm your hairdresser, not your therapist.
And I want us to start thinking how you speak to yourself is how you speak to everyone as well. So in today's class, it's all about language and starting to identify certain words. And these words are amazing.
We chose the word present because you can't go back in your past and you really can't go into your future. You could only be here now.
Creating your perfect clientele base. What does that look like? Is that even possible? Yes, it is. And I'll tell you how and why it's available to us all. Stop cheating on your future with your past. It's over. A lot of times we are holding on our history and we're making it our future. And it goes over and over and over and over again. Music is very powerful. And just imagine if you're doing a reset and you're parked in your car and you listen to your favorite song at that time. Vintage song, it could be a classical song, whatever song, it really doesn't matter. But the idea is to start shifting your mindset, or what I say state, changing it before you go home, before you go enter into your home. I really truly believe that when you are doing creative action, that's how you start creating your reset. I've become very diligent on making sure who I'm working with really aligns with my space, my values, all of it. When you finish your last client, why is that important to create a reset? So you don't bring it home with you. So the idea is if you want a happy home, happy life, right? Learn to start creating personal and professional boundaries. And I'm telling you, if you take that practice, it'll kind of shift the way your mindset is. You're gonna usually forget about what happened. What I'm saying is we need to park the professional aspect of our life at work. And when you go home, you start learning to separate work and home life. We love our guests. And not all guests are bad guests, and they don't mean to be bad, right? Or mean. Maybe some of them do, but not all of them, right? However, we do allow them to come into our heart zone. And so what I'm saying is we have to learn to protect that. But just be mindful, if we allow them to go there, that conversation has to leave with them. You have to allow the client, if they go into your heart zone, they have to leave the heart zone. If you leave that information in your heart zone, you're gonna take that with you forever and ever and ever. And you have no idea why you went sideways. Something happened to us from 0 to 10 years old, from 11 to 19 years old, and from 20 to about 26 years old. that frames who we are as human beings right now. It frames why you're being the way you're being. And if you start thinking about it, these memories or these things start attaching to these stories that your clients are telling you, and then you start attaching it to those core memories. Have we seen any of those guests in our chair? Identifying the clients is going to be really key to knowing when you need to create a reset. So what client makes your day go great, right? How do you evolve with your guests? How can you control the conversation with your guests, right? And that's the key thing. It's like really navigating your day, understanding what the conversation looks like. Write down kind of like what you're thinking your personal energy is usually versus your client's energy, right? Or vibe. How do you calm them down? What are your steps? How do you?
I just be honest, I'm like, I know I ain't blonde, but I can make you look blonde. I show them pictures of styles that I've done in my past, show them my Instagram, I ask them for like 5 pictures of what they want today, and make them feel really good before I even like go to the color bar.
So mainly you're connecting, right? Yes. How to create a perfect clientele. A lot of it is kind of identifying the client type that you like working with, right? And then once you identify them, you ask the ones that you know, these are the ones, and you know because you're just internally happy to see them, right? Those are the ones that you need to ask for their friends to come join them, because usually they hang out with people who are just like them. You know what I mean? And that's one trick that immediately starts expanding. So you start identifying the ones that make you feel great, and then boom, you start asking them for referrals. The clients nowadays, they love to see, touch, experience, all those things. They need to see all of it. So when you're engaging social media and you're rolling in that into the consultation, that's how you start really connecting all of the dots. You're hitting all of the benchmarks. So how you're acting in the present moment really reacts to how all of the interactions happen during the daytime. But being present is huge, huge when you're dealing with guests and one-on-one, right? With each other, with leadership, being 100% there, 100% authentic, right? You're in it to win it, and then you're really really approaching your mindset in a different level. You're being extremely professional. Right? At the end of the day, we are all professionals. We're beauty pros, right? We're spa pros, we're technicians, we're guest relations. We're all professionals, right? One of my rules in my salon is treat people how you want to be treated. I don't have a lot of rules. That's one of my big ones. You know what I mean? Just treat people how you want to be treated. So we get to the action and attaching a meaning. So the action of me opening, I won't open this now, but just pretend that I'm opening this. That is an action. So I open it and then I eat it, right? I'm enjoying the candy. But what happens is I also attach the meaning of my father, the memory that he used to give me this candy. So that makes this priceless, correct? That's exactly how you create a reset. The memory or whatever you attach to that is what creates the reset. When we were all on lockdown and all that, they were like, wash your hands for 20 seconds and all that. I literally was counting up to 20, because that action of me washing my hand, that's an action. Counting to 20, that eliminated all the noise. Then I was able to forget client A, now I'm going to client B, right? That's how good you can become with like creating multiple resets.
One of the things that really helped me at the end of the day, leave everything at the salon, was really preparing for the next day. Like going through my book, thinking about what add-on services, what I was going to communicate, what retail I wanted to talk to people about, everything. And I would write really detailed notes for my clients. I take a good 15, 20 minutes at the end, so I could literally just leave it there.
So you're writing it down?
Yeah.
So the action is you're thinking about it and you're writing it down. Yeah. So you see how everybody can create their own variation of what a reset is. So when you're resetting in your car and you're doing your little prayer and you're doing your thing, and then you go in, that's a great reset, by the way, I love that. You're going in happy, right? So you don't necessarily need to do another reset. The reset happens when you're dealing with anything that's impacting you negative. So when you see those clients, that's when you know okay, this person's coming in today, I know I'm gonna have to reset at that moment, right? And then what does my reset look like? So you can start getting good like Nikki's doing. If she's prepping for the next day, she could put an R on the next thing, or she could do whatever she can. She can add a little reset moment, whatever it is, like she needs a break, she needs to go to Starbucks, she needs to go to the restroom, whatever, put that in there. So that way it starts being part of your day. That's how you start getting good at this. I can't recreate that. You know what I mean? There's nothing within that space that I would say, all right, I'm gonna do this in every single class. It doesn't work like that. So that was a very special moment. What stops you from moving forward? And this is where it gets a little bit hokey and like a little bit deep, or I don't want you to be surface, I want you to really be real with yourself. You know, we already went deep today, you might as well just keep going. Just be real with yourself. What's stopping you right now? You're one decision away from making your life what you know you can make it. One decision, right? And sometimes it's those pivotal moments. Like with me and Backstreet Boys, not going on the road with them was crazy back then. Okay, you're a young kid, yeah, do you want to go to Germany? Yeah, I do want to go, but you know what? I really don't think it's the right thing for me to do right now. And then when I did not go, everybody started coming to me. All the girlfriends, all the wives, all the executives, everybody. I didn't realize that one moment would change the direction of my career, and it did. So how can you stay present?
Like explaining, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it, this is the issues that I see, tell me what you see.
Then you're able to do a better service because you're executing on a higher level of kindness, of you're not dealing with the stress that they have, right? That's already kind of off of you. So how I stay present with my clients is just like that, what she said. I do a lot of deflections, but the main important thing which I want you to take away or write down is you have to remember your client's story is not your story. The client that just dropped you this entire novella of stuff that happened to them, right? They're dropping it on you. It's okay for you to take that story and play with them in that service time, but when they leave, you're like, all right, girlfriend, whew, here you go. Thank you, but here's your story. Whew, it's going right back to you. I love hugging and I love high five. That is how I kind of give them their story back, if that makes sense. So I'm like, Sadie, it was so nice seeing you. Thank you for today. I'll talk to you in a few weeks. Okay, bye. I'll see you. Wait, don't forget, okay? 6 weeks for your gloss. If you feel like you need to come in earlier, come in about 3 weeks. Okay, is that cool?
Cool.
Yes, bye. Boom. I just executed that professional part of the entire conversation, and then I just went back on her. And then that physical touch thing, that means like a reset button. Boom. So now everything that I was dealing with her is gone. Now I'm on to my next client without me having to actually do a reset, because that is kind of a micro reset for me.
The one thing that I did take away from today was the fact that, like, you know, listening to everybody's stories and just things that people carry around every day definitely motivated me even more to be more empathetic as I'm going throughout the day, be more present, and just making sure that I'm handling everybody with care and kindness, because you just never know what people go through.
And I'm trying to focus on things I can't control, and I'm always like 1,000 steps ahead, and I think it's good to like be inspired and reset to be able to live in the moment, because I can't really put in all that I have when I'm worrying about what's gonna take place, and I can't even control it, so I'm just gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna try to, at least. So
good for you.
And now I want to be more mindful of making sure that I, as you say, protect my happiness, because if I give it away and let it walk out with all of my guests throughout the day, I'm not gonna have any left of me. So thank you so much. I really appreciate everything that you brought to the table today, and you put your energy into this, and I really appreciate you.
Be brief, but I just want to challenge you all. But if you're like me and you love good quotes too, and you read one on Instagram that says, "You are made for more," and then you click and the next one says, "You are more than enough." Don't let that freak you out and go, which one is it? And my takeaway from today is, if you feel guilty for being content and not just striving your whole life and constantly do more, make more, do more, make more, I want to leave you with what I got today. Contentment is plenty.
I just wanted you to be in front of the room, and I really want you to just look at what you created and look at what you've been able to sustain, right? If you look around the room, all these beautiful humans are here because of you and only you, okay? I really want you to know that they love you. They are all here for you. They wrote beautiful love messages to you. And I know that even though all of the hard work that you do is really unseen, because from owner to owner, I completely understand that. We are the unsung and unseen heroes of our empires, if you will. But I really want you to take a moment, because if you look at all the beautiful people that are in this building right now, it's because of you and who you are and who you show up for them every single day. So on behalf of your team, I want us to all stand up and give her a big round of applause, the biggest one ever, for Miss Laura, the owner of Ginger Bay Salon and Spa. Come on, everybody, give it to her, give it to her. She needs the energy. Let's do it.
It's so special. It's so special.